My name is Lisa, and I currently serve on the board of directors of the Warrior Network. I'm married with 2 girls, one that has special needs, and she is 19, and another that is 9. I also work at one of the local hospitals as a registered nurse. I grew up in a wonderful home. Grew up right outside the north gate of Barksdale Air Force Base my entire life. So I had a lot of friends that would come and go. Got married at the age of 21. We had our first child at 24. It wasn't until she was about 3 years of age that we realized that there was a lot of things going on with her that would require us to be very attentive parents as far as special needs. We also just encountered a lot of struggles with my husband with dealing with depression and fighting those battles on a day-to-day basis. When our oldest was 10 and we had just had a newborn, we separated and found ourselves both in a really dark place. So for my husband, he had battled with depression for quite some time. I think it came from childhood factors and just not coping and dealing, and we did not know how to handle that as a couple. We did not know how to work through those things. We had an amazing support system, but yet still we could not figure those things out. And so I believe that the stress of that time in our life just became so heavy that we allowed for a time of separation, which then led to divorce. But then we found healing through some counseling and therapy and working through those relationships and really dissecting what our relationship was built on. So I think, first of all, you have to be honest with yourself that there is something going on and that there is a struggle there. And I think you have to find a support group, not necessarily what we think as a support group of sitting in a big room of people that you don't know, but you have to find a group of people who love you unconditionally and who are willing to get in the trenches with you and help you fight that battle out. So after reconciliation, life was good. We were happy and following what we thought was God's plan for our lives. And then in 2018, we found out that we had breast cancer. That was probably one of the biggest gut punches I'd ever experienced in my life. I'm a mother of 2 girls, 42 years old, and we're having to make some pretty heavy decisions. Once we got that diagnosis, the wind was knocked out of us, but we knew that we had to face it, and we knew we had to fight through it, and we knew we had to push through it, and this battle just wasn't for us, but it was for our girls. And so I can remember very clearly sharing the news with my parents and my father looking me straight in the eye and saying, "This is your time to be the testimony for the world." And so I took that to heart, and we made the decision to have major surgery so that we would not have to fight this battle again. So after surgery and chemo, we are cancer-free, and we are doing everything that we can to live life the way that we should. So encountering all the events in my life, special needs child and divorce and reconciliation and losing a home in a hurricane and fighting a cancer battle. Those are all really difficult things. And it's not a fight that I wanted. It's not a fight that I asked for. But it was the fight that I was given. And so through all that, it has made me a stronger person. But it has also taught me to rely on others to help gird me up when those times are most difficult. So what I would say to anyone that has received news or dealing with something that is unspeakable or causes you to be knocked off your feet, I'd ask for you to dig deep and find the courage to face whatever it is ahead of you, and do it knowing that you have family and you have friends and that you have people surrounding you in your corner. It's the people that are going to fight in your corner with you are standing right there. We may not always see them, we may not always realize it's them, but they're there. You're never alone. There's always somebody cheering you on. I look back now and I see that God has got a plan for every bit of this, and that I may not reach the masses. It may just be one individual that I share my story with that makes a difference, and that's what matters, is that one individual that will be changed by it.